Hi, this is Dr. Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today. I'm in San Jose at the Search Engine Strategies Conference with Jill Whalen, who's an expert in search marketing of all kinds and teaches on it and everything. You've got some tips on how to select a search engine optimization company and kind of make sure they're working for you the way they should.
Right.
So first of all, let's talk about how do you select an SEO company?
Well,
you have an SEO company,
yeah.
but this is advice on how to look carefully and not get burned.
Yeah, because there's so many SEO companies that can just spring up overnight these days. Like everybody thinks they're an SEO. So you definitely need to be careful. We get a lot of calls of people who've been burned by not so great SEO companies. So some of the things are just time in business. How long have they been in business?
So how long have you been in business? It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. And then you want to get referrals as well from testimonials from some of their clients, stuff like that, to make sure they really have a business, really have clients. And
this is kind of like hiring a contractor to fix your kitchen.
It's very similar.
Who have you worked for, and could I have a phone number so I could talk to them?
Right. Yep. It's important to check those references. A lot of people don't.
What else should I be looking for?
Let's see. You want to know, what are they transparent with what they're going to do for your website? Are they actually telling you what they're going to do, or are they saying, well, it's a proprietary stuff? You don't need to know. Don't worry your pretty little head over it.
Okay.
But they should be able to tell you exactly what they're going to do without, giving away the whole farm so that you just do it yourself. But definitely, let you know what's their procedure. Are they doing keyword research? There's certain things you want to make sure they do for your website. If you're doing organic SEO, they need to do keyword research. Typically, would be the first thing. They need to be checking your competitors' sites and let's see what else they want. They'll be doing possibly recommending site architecture changes to your website, which is a big one that a lot of SEO companies don't do.
When you say site architecture changes, what do you mean by that?
By that, I mean sort of the navigation, like how your pages are linked together, because the most important pages of your site should typically be in your main navigation, and those ones are going to be given the most weight by search engines as well. If they're linked to from every other page of your site, those are good ones to optimize. And a lot of SEO companies skip that part where they might make some site architecture recommendations. So I would be looking for that. Not every site needs that, but most of them do. A good portion of them do.
Now, is there a problem these days about people using black hat techniques that get you burned later, or is that a problem of yesteryear?
It's unfortunately still a problem. Not as much the black hat techniques, although that's bad too, but it's more the incompetent techniques. Like they're doing, a lot of SEO companies are doing stuff that really doesn't move the needle, doesn't make much difference. And so you pay for all this time and work, and they make changes to your site that just don't make a difference. Like
now, we've talked about things to look for in selecting an SEO. Now, what are some of the things to watch out for that don't move the needle like you're talking about? What are some of those?
And a lot of these things are not bad things in and of themselves, but if this is all they do, like their big thing now is to put out like an XML sitemap to Google, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, but if it doesn't really get you anywhere unless you have a site with millions of products,
a big site.
Something like that. And they're putting new ones in every day. The sitemap might help, but it's not like it's really not going to make much difference to most sites.
What other things that might be kind of redundant or not important?
The other thing that sounds all cool and techy is page rank sculpting. You hear this all the time now. Let's sculpt your page rank, so we'll put the link juice to specific pages of the website, and we'll no follow link all these other ones, and and it sounds all cool and techy, and a client usually doesn't know what it means, and it's one of those things that really isn't going to have much effect, if any, especially these days, because there's, Mad Cuts says that your page rank will just evaporate now if you put no follow links on. But besides that, even before he said that, it's one of those things that it's just usually a big waste of time, because there's so many other more
Okay.
basic things you need to do.
Anything else that you see people sort of doing stuff that isn't important?
Sometimes changing the URLs so that they have keywords in URLs. If your pages are getting indexed, even though they have kind of ugly URLs, there's no reason to change them. If you're doing a site redesign and you need to change them anyway because of the content management system, then that's fine. But typically, there's no reason to just go in and change URLs to put keywords in them.
Okay.
You're not going to find that it helps you the way you think it might.
Anything else to watch for?
Some of the others would be just submitting your site to search engines. There's
Right.
no reason to do that.
Exactly.
Even just putting a lot of old time SEOs put a lot of stock in H1 tags. You hear that a lot. And I think putting keywords in headlines is important, but they don't have to be in an H1 tag. If your content management system doesn't use H tags, don't worry about it. You're not going to find that it makes much difference, if any at all, for that one. And a lot of SEOs get mad when I say some of these things because that's what they build their businesses on, doing these things. But it is what it is.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. Tell me about your business and what you do, Joe.
So I do organic SEO for the most part. We offer classes in our office, very small classes with just 6 people in them, and it's almost like consulting and classes together. We look at the websites, their websites. Do some services where I actually do the work, or our company does the work, but a lot of it is education based. I have a free newsletter that's all educational, and a lot of consulting where I do look at their websites and make recommendations, but then the client makes changes.
Well, thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today.